had some little tech difficulties, but I think we're good. Without further ado, I got a guest. I got a quarterback in the area. Tell the people who you are and where you from.
My name Keelon Russell, Duncanville High School. Y'all know state champion, worldwide. Y'all already know everything. I'm from Dallas, Texas, but family growed up in Mississippi, so I stayed around there as well. So yes, sir.
Oh man, I didn't know that. So you got Mississippi roots, like real life from the South.
Not for real.
Yeah. So I usually start from the beginning, man, but y'all had a big game a couple days ago, man, against Sock, man, first game of the year, coming off that state championship win. How did it feel? How did it feel? Walk me through that game. What was your mindset like going into it?
Mindset going straight into that game was to tell everybody last year wasn't just a fluke. It was to mostly tell everybody like we're gonna go back state championship. We're gonna do it again, again, and again until we get it. And that night was very like going for us. You know what I'm saying? So everything was going into our pace. Everything was going into our hands. So it was just a great night to prove everybody.
Now, so you're a 2025 prospect. So how old are you?
I'm 16 right now.
So you 16, man. You're the leader of a top 20 team in the whole country. I would say easily. Any pressure, man, or is it just simple for you, or is there any like weight on your shoulders?
It's most definitely pressure. Quarterback is yes the most pressured position on the field. Um, Especially being such young and like young quarterback, not being like the size everybody wants. It's a lot of people thinking that you're not gonna be able to do the job successfully. So just that alone gives pressure to me. But I always defeat it. I always go against the odds. So most definitely.
What do you think? What do you think is your gift to make you stand out? Is it your poise? Is it your work ethic? Is it your IQ? Is it your athleticism? Like, what is it? And I'm kind of going off script. I usually like to start like the beginning, learn the history, but I don't know, for some reason I'm switching it up. So we're gonna just do it like this. But like, what is your advantage? What do you think your advantage is?
Most definitely, I'm able to like do a lot of things. Like since I'm so tall, it gives me the eyesight. It gives me the brain to do everything. Gives me it gives me the +10. So I will say having IQ is one of the things. And I tell a lot of coaches I'm a triple threat quarterback. I can use my feet, my arm, and my head. So yes, sir.
Okay, walk me back. Walk me through last year, man. How did the season go? Did you come into that year starting? Walk me through like what was your mindset like last year? How did you feel? Like you're at Duncanville, you're on varsity. Do you think you were prepared for it?
Most definitely. I will say coming off a iffy 50-50 chance to get on the field. I will say it was most definitely pressure. Most definitely, butterflies in the stomach. Everything. It
Yeah.
was.
Hmm.
I got to step up, put my big boy shoes on. So going into last year's season, a lot of coaches, all my coaches was really just like taking it easy. We wasn't really launching the ball like we is right now. We wasn't really
Okay.
a run first offense for real.
Yeah. Yeah. That's real talk. Yep.
So going into this year, that's what's really was making it personal. Like I can show everybody like what I can really do now. You know,
Hmm.
I'm the leader of this team, so I'm finna show what I can like really do for sure.
Hmm. Hmm. Last year, what was even though you all were a run first team, like what was the coaches harping on you to get better in or to make sure that you do?
Most definitely, I had a lot of things that were just had to be fixed. Most definitely, my footwork. Coming in, I was really iffy on footwork. A lot of Just a lot of mistakes on footwork, 3-step drops, even just Brady or
Hmm.
like it was just a lot of work that I work on, and that's what really was the main focus for the quarterback coaches to get my feet right. And this year, it's been going so great.
Walk me through like when you play like a one of those perennial teams. Like if anybody ever will listen to this from out of town, so you got DeSoto, you got Duncanville, you got um I would say it was Cedar Hill. I know they kind of going through it right now, but you got some of these powerhouse teams in the area. What is it like? How did it feel facing teams like a DeSoto? So you probably know some of those guys. They just as good as athletes. Like, what's your mindset going to it? Is it like, do you go into it thinking this should be a good game, or we for to blow these boys out?
Most definitely already know it's gonna be a good game. For the past 10 years, it's been like 50-50 every year. You know what I'm saying? They beat on us first. They beat on us for 4 years. That 4 years all the way back then. Then we started just taking off. Never beat us again. So I know it's gonna be a dogfight, but I know we're gonna always come on top. And the most funny thing is, I get to brag on the way home because my pops work at the setup.
Oh
So
wow,
I get to brag.
yeah, dang, real loud bragging rights, real loud bragging rights. Can you like feel the anticipation with them big games? Like, can you tell like, oh man, it's gonna be a lot of people here? Like, can you feel that, or or are you so locked in that you can't even really tell?
First snap of the game is all eyes. Like you can tell everybody's watching you. Like, what is a quarterback gonna do? Oh, what is he gonna? He gonna throw a pig, throw in
Yeah.
bounds. Like it's like when you just taking the snap, you know you got
Mhm.
it. So you won't get posted bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. All eyes.
Now, walk me through that playoff run. Walk me through that playoff run last year. Now as a freshman, did you play for Duncanville as a freshman?
I did. But it was too. I was on varsity. I got moved up in playoff season. I got moved up to varsity in playoff season, but then I didn't really play like that. I played like 3 games on
What,
playoff.
no, that's a good point though. What did you learn then? Because I know I had a few other quarterbacks that you will be sitting behind. Like, what did you learn during that process? I know you were very young too, though.
I did. I learned a lot about patience. Like this is
Oh, speak on that.
patience means like your time gonna come. Like coaches always said, hey, next man's gonna be up in the snap of a finger. Like dude can get hurt, dude can get benched, dude can sit out 1 game. Like just snap of the finger, you never know what's gonna happen. Like sock game last year, bro got hurt, step up, and guess what I did? Won a state championship. So
Yep.
it
Yep.
really, patience. It really taught me focus. Um, it really taught me to be just like to stay mentally ready, mentally prepared, all those little things, you know what I'm saying, in the little bond.
Mhm. Mhm. Um, and then just walk me through that playoff run, man. What was that playoff run like? And I'm saying it from the standpoint of that championship game. I thought that was the game where, to me, that was your coming out party from a mental confidence standpoint. Like, what was North Shore like, bro? Coming into that game, that was the most hype game of the year. Coach Samples done been B-bomb for a few years, so it's like y'all gotta do it, but it's like we don't know if they can do it. Like, walk me through that game, man. 'Cause that was for the state championship, and we've been playing it for all these years.
Oh, I say weeks before. Well, the week before the game actually was there. People was saying, tweeting, DMing me on Instagram, all the social media saying that North Shore, Duncanville back in again. We already know who's going to win. North Shore, blah 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 blah. So of course it put a little, little stun in my heart, saying like, dang, I had a little 50-50 chance against. I'm like, dang, we can really win, or is we gonna really go home without a ring for like the
Yeah,
fourth, fifth
yeah.
row? So most definitely going out all the way to AT&T Stadium, it was like nerve wracking. I'm just like telling everybody, pregame was nerve wracking. I had
Yeah.
to like a couple throws. Coaches telling me, Keelan, wake up. I'm like, man, uh,
Yeah.
okay. So we get to. I think they had ball first. They had ball first. So I'm on the sideline throwing the ball to my receivers and everything. You know what I'm saying? Everything just in the flow. First snap of the game, I get set. I'm like, this is
Yeah.
gonna go. Second play of the game, drop ball. Oh my god, like everything just not going great. So I think the first drive we off the field, it was 0-0. Both of us had got off the field. And then after that, Caden Durham turned up. You know what I'm saying? Like I always tell everybody, Caden Durham is like our momentum boost. Like,
Yeah,
so then I scored, and then everything just started to flow. And I say this every time. After the first score, it just feel regular.
yeah, yeah. So did the game slow down? Like, let me say this too, because we don't really see them a lot. We really, I know I don't. I see them. I've been paying attention a little bit more lately, so you see them in the playoffs. But before then, it was like you only see North Shore in the championship game. Like, what is it about them? Is it just they have athletes? What is it about them that you think kind of separate them? I guess.
Um, well, one is their talent. They have like a lot of talent on offense and defense. Two is they play similar to a lot of teams that just was not even hard, not even easy to beat. Saying like they played a lot of cover three. You know what I'm saying? A lot of cover sixes, a lot of those things where you have to really emphasize, like you got to really like put in plays every week to just beat this team. And I would say, like, for the past 4 years, it wasn't just talent; it was just all focus, all little mistakes that beat us. So yeah, I
Yeah,
was
yeah. Walk me through what's that day to day practice like at Duncanville? Perennial Powerhouse 6A. Like what's that like weekday practice like? What's that preparation like?
okay. So um, we all know Mondays is just the knockoff day. Like, Monday.
Yeah, yeah. Hmm.
Um, just practicing with the dudes, it's always gonna be like a fun time, but it's always gonna be like just working, just straight work, nothing constant work. You get water, yep, but you back on the field in seconds. Um, Now let me say this: when we versus the defense, going against Colin Simmons, going against K, going against Man, going against Jim, it's tough, and I love it because we see this is the best defense we go against in practice.
Mm.
So we look at it to like we're going against the best defense we're going to play all season, literally all season. And if it doesn't beat the best defense we play, it has to be a defense where they have nothing but 5 and 4 stars. So
Yep.
really, just going against them makes us better. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? I love practicing, even though it's hot and down here.
Hmm. Yep.
So it's just great. It gets us better and everything. So yeah.
So what are your coaches when they working with you? Is it mainly footwork? Is it mainly getting the plays down? Is it weightlifting? Like what is your like core thing you're focusing on? Like through the week to week process.
It is mostly footwork, mostly form, technique, mechanics, all those little details. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, quarterback is all about the little details. You can't mess up on the little details because the little details is what's going to set you apart and get you to the bigger leagues.
Hmm.
So those little things is what we always get close. I always want to perfect those in practice and then install them into the game. So 90% of the time, we always are working on the footwork, mechanics, form, and everything. So, yes, sir.
Yeah. Let me ask you this: do y'all have two questions? Do y'all have like film work, or do you guys like watch film a lot? And then also, it was another that I had, but I forgot about that. But do you guys do film work?
Oh, yes, sir. We always do film work. Mornings in it. It's mostly of a practice like team,
Okay.
then 7-on-7, then 1-on-1. But also we do like a lot of like separation, like individual, meaning just position individual. So
Yeah.
do a lot of film work. Yes, sir.
What you think right now? I mean, your buzz is growing. The year's still young. Obviously, it just started. So the more y'all do well, the more you'll get more lights in action. What is there anything you want to work on right now? Is there any area you want to improve in personally?
Of course, I always want to improve in the little details, like what I'm saying, the footwork and stuff. But
Yeah.
thing is chemistry with the receivers. I want to get that better. You know what I'm saying? Chemistry, um, just becoming more comfortable in the pocket. Want to get better in that. Seeing the whole field. Always want to get better at that. Drops, footwork, and this.
Hmm.
But yeah, all
Yeah,
of escaping out.
yeah,
Always want to get better at that. Yes, sir.
yeah. Okay, so now we're gonna reverse it all the way back. I did it the opposite of how I always do it. So, what was that introduction in the ball? And then when did you come to Texas? Have you been in Texas for a long time?
Yes, sir. I was born and raised here.
Okay, okay. What was that introduction in the football for you? When was it? Should I say?
It was around 5 or 6. I first picked up the football on the football field. um, I played for like 3 different teams growing up: Cowboys, Havoc, and DFW Elite. Those are
Hmm.
like dominant teams too. So like,
Yeah.
always been on a winning team. So just going to Duncanville just didn't feels the same, to be honest.
Did you always play quarterback, or did you play other positions? Also, did you ever play other sports?
um, I did play other positions in Little League. You play everything. So
Yep, yep. Now, real talk.
defensive side, played wide receiver, and everything. And I also played basketball growing up too. Pops, he's
So,
a real big basketball dude, so played a lot of that too.
so you probably get your height from your dad, right?
Oh yeah, and my dad is like 6'3", 6'4".
Okay, and then you about 6'4", right?
Yes, sir.
And you might mess around, probably still be growing. Shoot. Oh, talk
This
to
is,
me about that. Go ahead.
no, I was saying I'm pushing 6'5", 6'6". I'm
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're gonna be real tall. Talk to me about that college interest, man. What was that like? What schools are looking at you, and kind of what's your thoughts on that?
um I tell a lot of people like I'm still waiting on the day to commit. Still waiting on those offers to still come in because I know by probably the third, fourth game, I'm gonna have at least 20 plus more offers right than I have right now. So um, it's looking real good right now. The recruitment level is looking real good. The top schools that's looking at me is Ole Miss and SMU. Those schools has been on top of my list since day one. They've been keeping in contact with me. It's just been like lovely with them, you know what I'm saying? The relationships, the path to go to the next level, you know, and just off the field, training, just been everything with them to school. So yes, sir.
Let me ask you this, 'cause I can tell you're a smart young man. What is it? Now they're your main two schools, but what is it that you're looking for? Whether that's on the field, whether that's off the field, is there anything in particular that you're looking for as the prospect? Should I say?
Yes, sir. I always want to look for in schools like how can they develop me as a I know getting to college is already a quarterback, but how can you develop me to be an NFL quarterback? Meaning, like you might go pro style, but then you might want to do it like it's always like how can you break it up into
Yeah.
this to get me to the top tier? So
Hmm.
uh, that's one thing how you can develop me as a quarterback.
Hmm.
All right.
Hmm. Well, let me ask you this, and I've talked to someone that dealt with this. I don't know if I want to hear your thought. I don't know how your dad feel about it, but what do you feel like this idea of the athletic quarterback? He probably should change positions. Are you one of these guys that say, "I believe I'm a quarterback," or like, how do you feel about that as a youngster?
Most definitely, I feel like being an athletic quarterback, it does shock people. Like, why isn't he playing wide receiver? Why is he
Yep, yep.
like? I feel like it do like shock a lot of people. But at the end of the day, the new era of quarterbacks is pro style quarterbacks. Can escape the pocket, throw on a run, can get 20 yards. So I feel like that's me. That's everything. Like I'm
Hmm.
6'4", I'm 6'4" with a 4.49 40 yards. So you know what I'm saying? Very athletic, and I'm most definitely gonna use my athleticism to work. Most definitely.
Yeah, yeah. What do you see like what type of mindset do it? Let's say you were like mentoring a young quarterback, let's say a freshman or even an eighth grader or something. Like what type of tools do a quarterback need to have? I know you're probably learning yourself, but what type of traits do that quarterback need to have, or should he be trying to develop? Yeah, we talked about the footwork and all that, but are there any other type of traits or any type of way he should carry himself?
Most definitely, a quarterback needs to be a leader on and off the field. A quarterback needs to be a comfortable dude, a chill. I wouldn't really say a chill, but somebody who's going to be poised all throughout the game, all throughout the day. It doesn't even matter where you are. You know what I'm saying? Those are two key because those was going to really set you apart. You know what I'm saying? A lot of coaches, they look at you. If you mess up on this play, can you go back and make a touchdown on this play? You know what I'm saying? And being comfortable in the pocket is real key because if you have happy feet in the pocket, oh, I got to escape, oh, I got to escape, you're not going to be great. You
Mm.
plays, you're not going to throw for 366 yards. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, yeah. Now, hey, you just said a lot right there. That was a powerful point, bro. Like you just said a whole lot right there. Like that happy feet thing. Um, it was something else I had, but that was a very good point. So we talked about what you're looking for in the schools. So you're just gonna kind of wait it, play it out, see if you get a few more schools, and just kind of eventually make your decision.
yeah, that's what I'm looking for right now. Really just trying to get some more SEC offers, you know what I'm saying? On to the big dog.
Yeah.
So, because
How much did that fuel you? How much do it fuel you?
going to SEC school,
Yeah, I mean, just like wanting some more offers. Like, how much do that stuff kind of fuel you?
it feel me like a lot because you know what I'm saying a quarterback of my caliber, I feel like I deserve to have those type of offers. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yep.
Not just saying because I'm a 4 star, not just saying because I'm coming from Duncanville, but a pro style quarterback is way different from just a regular quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of and like I said, in the era that we're in right now, people not really looking for just a pocket quarterback. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna lie, 6'5" and up, that's what a lot of coaches will think. But
Hmm.
we're not,
Yeah.
what I'm saying, we're just gonna sit in the pocket and just throw the ball. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Well, with your team, you got more. You got Simmons, who we mentioned earlier, on the defensive end. You've seen some good players. What is it about those elite players that separate them from everybody else? Is it just that they're big, fast, strong, or is it their work ethic? Like, what is it that separates those guys? Like, what makes them the top tier guys of the team?
Oh yeah, for sure. They're worth it. So I want to tell you this. So I don't know if you follow I don't know if you follow Colin Simmons on his day to day recap of like his life and stuff.
I didn't know you had that. So this what's this like, YouTube or Instagram or what? Because I see him on Twitter, but that's the only thing I see him on.
Now he would post it like waking up at 5 o'clock going to the
Oh
gym.
wow, I didn't know that.
So Colin was like in the summer. He was working out with this one dude. I forget his name, but it's a real tough dude. He was working out with him, and it was like 6 o'clock in the morning. And then the next day it'll be 8 o'clock, and then the next day, like he would do 3 sessions. The next day he would do 4 sessions. Like it was just his work ethic that like still like very high in everybody's eyes. And the even more better thing is the people that he went to, like the people that he worked with. Like he was working with Michael Parsons and everything. Like he was working with the group. So I feel like working with people and getting yourself out there to separate yourself is really what makes you a different player, a ball. Like you can do a lot of things by separating yourself.
Yeah, yeah. Nah, that's good. That's good. That is real. Let me ask you this, man, because I can see something in you. What does it mean to be a leader? Like, what does it mean to be a leader? A high school football player, but like a leader of the team and really of the school. Because let's keep it one. If you play ball, you're probably the most popular in the school or one of them. Like, what does it mean to be a leader? What does it mean to be a quarterback? Like, give me. What does it mean to be a captain? Like, give me some definitions. What does that stuff mean to you?
Oh yeah, most definitely. A leader, well, I'm gonna say in my eyes, is telling people like, "Hey, we're gonna win this. We can be down by 50 for one quarter. We can be down by 30. We can be down by 20. Is someone a leader is someone who's gonna pick up his team through the thick, like someone who's gonna encourage his team to build on their mistakes, build on things that you know what I'm saying that went bad, build on the little details, you know what I'm saying? So like me, like the other day, you know what I'm saying, we didn't have a lot of wide receivers, you know what I'm saying? They were doing a lot of things. So we had to, emphasize a lot of things, game plan. We had to, run a lot of more difficult things and on the offensive side. So a lot of wide receivers was, going they were getting tired. They were dropping balls. They were doing this. They were doing that, running the wrong routes. And I was like, hey, let's pick it up. We good. You know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all get easy out. Y'all break. Y'all do what y'all gotta do to, to just being someone who can pick their team up through the thick.
Hmm. Yeah. What type of character do a leader need to have? A quarterback, like what type of character? Now we're talking off the field. What type of character do you need to have? Because that's important in our community. To me, I'm gonna say if you play ball, you're really looked upon as a leader, dang near in the community almost.
Right. So the type of character like a leader needs to have is, I say, first you want to be like a motivational, like you want to be a motivational dude, and someone who not really a speaker, but like someone who's what I'm saying, not afraid to stand out, not afraid to talk aloud, talk up on the people, but someone who who's really deeply in love with the game or something. You know what I'm saying? So those type of characteristics like inside of a leader is really key.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let's wrap it up with this, and about 30 minutes in, so been a good episode. I think your screen went dark, man. I don't know what happened. I guess you can still hear me, but can you still hear me?
Yeah, but it went froze on my screen. It went froze on my screen too.
Oh, it did. Okay, so we'll wrap it up with this one. Um, what other things do you like outside of sports? Like whether it be educational, whether it be school, whether it be the arts. Like what other hobbies or things you like? Music. Like what's some other things you like?
Most definitely. Well, I'll start on the academic way. I want to be real estate. You know what I'm saying? I love going into looking at housing. You know what I'm saying? I love all that little things, all those things like that. So yeah, I want to be a real estate if that career doesn't fulfill for me in football.
Mm-hmm.
But also another hobby I do is, what I'm saying, when I'm at the house just chilling alone, I just chill. I play the game, you know what I'm saying, listen to music, you know what I'm saying. Play basketball, you know what I'm saying. I still got it. So
Okay. Okay.
yeah, so those things.
Yeah. Do you think? Let me ask you this. This kind of a deeper question for somebody young, but I mean, this it come with the territory. Do you think like having your dad? I don't know how close your relationship is, but at least he's there somewhere. You know what I'm saying? You would say that. Do how much do that matter to a young kid, man? Because I'm real big on that stuff within our community, but everybody's situation is different, and some people don't have their fathers, but because everybody's situation is different. But as a young African American kid, like what does it mean having your dad there, whether she give him little wisdom or something, but like what does that mean, and do it matter?
Um, it means a lot, you know what I'm saying? Him just being a coach alone and being a father is like really what motivates me, you know what I'm saying? So, he's always gonna be on me 24/7 about, missing a ball, you know what I'm saying? Missing a wide open pass, you know what I'm saying? Doing the wrong 3-step drops, doing the wrong footwork. He's always gonna be on me. And another thing is when the journey started to begin, when I was picking up my offers, he was really heavy. Like he was telling schools, like he was helping me just become more into the system. So like when I say a good example, when I started to go on visits to TCU, I started going on my visits to TCU. I started going on visits to to Ole Miss and all this stuff. He was talking to coaches. You know what I'm saying? He was like really like inside the moment. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So like just having him is like always great because I know he's gonna be right there with me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Wow. What a beautiful way to close it out. It's exactly 30 minutes in, bro. Hood Scout podcast with Duncanville quarterback Keelon Russell. Hey, bro, appreciate it, man. I know we had some technical difficulties from the start, but I think we was able to push through this thing. So appreciate it, bro. And man, have a great season, bro, and keep having fun, bro.
Thank you. You
All
too.
right, bro. Yes, sir. Take care, bro. Pretty good episode, everybody. Keelan Russell out of Duncanville High School. They had a pretty big win over South Oak Cliff High School in the Dallas area, and y'all know high school football is big and it means a lot in Texas. So it's a young man. He got looks, I think, from the SMU, their football team, and I think Ole Miss. That's Lane Kiffin with Ole Miss, so he got that SEC offer. But he say he want more SEC offers. He's hungry. He want more. So he's grinding. He's a good kid, man. Keelon Russell, four-star quarterback out of Duncanville High School. So be on the lookout for him. Hoodscout Podcast, guys, continue to like, share, subscribe. Keep it positive and whatnot. So, man, coming through you with a live video on a Sunday, and it's football season, y'all. For all your football fans, so stay tuned, man. Take care and be blessed. Peace.